Recording. Okay, so this is week 3. And it is Tuesday, Math 7, Quarter 2 on solving geometry and relationships. So we're going to take a look at angle relationships. Write an equation that represents each relationship, find the value of all variables and angles. So you have to find all variables, and that's like x and y, and all of the angles, correct? So make sure you measure all the angles as well. All right, so for number 6, there's no diagram, so you have to draw a diagram. So get all that stuff ready. Angle 3 and 4 form a linear pair. The word linear pair means that what? What is a linear pair? A pair of lines is what it means. It's basically two angles that form a straight line. And a straight line is always equal to what? Straight angle is? Yeah, straight angle. So two angles add up to, oh yeah, that might help one. What, you mean you can't just look through this and see it? What are you, not smart? I don't know. Okay, there's something wrong with this. This is not giving me an option to even do that. Why is it not doing that? Display. Okay, it's not doing something here. Let's try this again. Okay, so in your notes, I want you to write down linear pair, the definition of linear pair, and then also the meaning of linear pair. I don't care if you have it. It's great that you have it, but if you don't know what it is, I want you to write it down one more time. So write it down one more time on a separate piece of paper, so you know what it is. So angle 3 and 4 creates a linear pair. So this is angle 3, this is angle 4. The measurement of angle 3 is 4 more than 3 times the measure of angle 4. So if angle 4 is, let's say, x, correct? What is angle 3 going to be? How do you write 4 more than 3 times? 4 times 3. 4 more. 4 more implies it's plus 4. 3 times is 3x. So if you put it all together, angle 3 is what? What would that equal? There you go. Okay. So I'm going to give you a moment to catch up with us. Or hold on a second. You know angle 3 plus angle 4 is a linear pair, correct? Yeah. So angle 3 plus angle 4, what's the definition of a linear pair? It adds up to what? Good. Well, what's angle 3? What's angle 4? Okay. So then before we continue any further, I forgot this part. You need to put find, right? What letters are we finding here? X, Y, Z, what are we finding? X. I think that's the only one. Yeah. What angles are we finding? And? Okay. All right, I'm gonna pause this right now and I want you to catch up. Okay, so you draw it too. So then So now that you have x equals 44, you know that x is 44. You know that angle 3 is 3x plus 4. So 3 times 44 is 132, plus 4 is 136. Angle 4 is x, so that's also 44. So now you have everything that you need to find here. Now, what you can do to check this, how would you check this, Grayson?
I would check it by subtracting all those.
Not subtracting. Because when we did this, we said it was a linear pair, right? So you'll say, does angle 3 plus angle 4 equals 180 degrees? So does 136 plus 44 equals 180 degrees?
Yeah.
So you know it's correct. Okay. So get to that point. When you're ready, let me know. Okay. Number 7. So for number 7, we take a look at this. What kind of angles do you see here that represents the 120 and 2x minus 10? What are those angles called?
Obtuse.
Yes, but what kind of angles when we talk about like alternate interior, alternate exteriors? Vertical. What do we know about vertical angles?
They are across from each other.
Yep, and they're also, are they added to 180 or are they congruent? Good. So now let's figure out what we're trying to find. Okay, what letters are we trying to find? What's the variable? Can you see this again?
And then angle or E.
Can't do E because E has a bunch of angles to it. You got to use 3 letters.
So, okay. AED, I think.
Yep.
Okay, DEC,
Mhm.
DEB,
Mhm.
and CEA.
Yep. Okay. So got the angles right there, right? We're gonna start off with the angles that give me the actual letters and numbers, right? So do you know what angle AED is?
Yeah, it's 120.
Good. So now I want you to make sure you highlight the angles that's given. So the next part is the setup. So make sure you write that down, setup. So the setup is what equals what? What are you gonna, how are you gonna set it up? What didn't we say vertical angles were equal?
No.
So AED is equal to CEB. Do you see that? So when you set this up, and I want you to write it down, angles AEB equals, or AED, not AEB. Let's rewrite that. Angles AED equals angles CEB.
So now you see.
Yep. And so then when you set this up, you already figure out what x is, correct? So once you have x, well, then you're gonna find all the angles, right? This one you already found, right? Chances are, if this angle is 120, isn't this angle equal to that angle? So isn't this equal to 120 then? So you go 2x minus 10, because I still need to figure out, well, actually, I'm just kidding. We already did that, just kidding, yep. Next thing we need to do, you know, this is also 120 degrees, right? Now, how do I find this angle here? What do I need to do with that? Because you have 2 other angles. You know, these 2 angles are equal to each other because they're opposite angles as well, right? Do you see where they form a straight line? This straight line right here. If that angle is 120, how do you find this angle right here?
I find it on
180 is a straight line minus. Okay, then also, do you see the straight line right here? Or actually, no, just kidding. No, it's the same thing. It's the same orange line. Just kidding. Use the same orange line. Okay, this angle is 120, right? If this angle here is 60, this angle is also 60 because they're vertical, correct? So CEB, AEC, DEB, fill it out. What angles are they? What's your measurement? CEB is going to be 120, so make sure you get the right angles. It's important to know which three letters represent the angles.
Okay, so I have 120.
So, okay, so we're going to move on to number 9 and make sure you have your highlighters and everything. So, what symbol is KJ have on top?
Um,
With an
it's,
arrow.
right?
Yeah. Array has an endpoint and either goes to the right direction or to the left direction, right?
Yeah.
Or opposite rays. So KJ, so make sure you KJ and K are opposite rays. Okay, so they're opposite, right?
Yeah.
KN, make sure you write that down. KN bisect. What does the word bisect mean?
Um, like it splits it.
It splits it. So it makes two congruent angles, correct? JKL. JKL is right here. This is the one that splits JKL. Do you see that? So then you know this angle is equal to this angle, right? So then you should know that 6x plus 11 equals what? 8x minus 13, right?
Yeah.
So you do that later. Hold on a second. Find. What are we going to find? What variables are we finding? What angles are we finding? Oh, well, it says find angle M or measurement JKN, right?
Yeah.
That's it. JKN. I don't think it asks you. So JKN. I don't think it asks you to find all the angles, but we'll just write it down. The other angle was LKN, right? Okay. All right. So how are you gonna set it up?
Um,
Look at the parts that have letters and it's 6x plus 11. What do you do with those two?
I like,
What do you know about 6x plus 11 and 8x minus 13? Okay, we just talked about this. Didn't we say that KN bisects angles JKL? So essentially, this pink ray bisects that green angle, right? So then what does that make these two yellow angles? Equal. So when you set this up, you're going to say angles LKN, which is that first yellow angle, is congruent to what?
um, okay.
There you go. So LKN is 6x plus 11 is equal to 8x minus 13, right? When I solve for this, x equals 12, okay? And you just plug it in and find the other angles. So go ahead and start working on that. So JKN is 8 times 12 minus 13, so 96 minus 13, which is equal to 83 degrees. Then you also know that LKN, which is this angle right here, 6x plus 11, 6 times 12 plus 11, 72 plus 11 is also 83, and they're equal. How can you check this? No, you know that these two angles are equal, right? Are the two angles congruent? Yes, they are. Some, if you have a straight line, adds up to 180. If they're complementary, they add up to 90. If it bisects something, it's equal. Do you understand? That's how you check. Okay, I'm gonna pause this. You go ahead and okay, we're now on, okay, we're like really behind. You need to hurry up. I'm gonna go over one of the other harder ones, and then you try to do the other one on your own. Which one are you gonna go over? 10, 11, 12, or 8? You pick. You should have gone over this by yourself.
I tried to.
Okay. What do you see here? What's given to you?
X.
You have a 90-degree angle right here, correct? Which means everything here is 90, 90, 90, 90, correct?
Yeah.
This one is also 90, right? This part right here, these two angles. Do you see the yellow angle right here? The yellow angle right here, and also this blue angle right here. This is also 90, which means that it is complementary, right? So find, what are we gonna try to find?
X.
What else? What are the angles we need to find? Also, just X, just X, that's all we have. And Y. It's not labeled with the angles, but you can just plug it in, right? All right, so what is your setup? How do you set it up?
X
And
is plus 9x
like
is equal.
really 180? You really think the yellow angle and the blue angle add up to a straight line? What does it add up to? If you don't do 180, your entire question just got fucked up right now. This will give you the X. Do you see that? So when you solve for it, you can solve for it. This will give you X. Which equation is going to give you the Y? Which set of equations is going to give you the Y? And what do I do with it? Did I just tell you that if this angle right here is 90 degrees, this angle is also 90? If this angle here is 90, what is this angle right here? So what does that equal? There you go. That's how you find Y. Does that make sense? Now, once you find it here, you plug into all the angles. The angle that I'm talking about is the orange, yellow angle. Orange angle, which I already know it's 90. Blue angle. Do you understand? Okay, let's take a look at 10. Is there anything that they given? X and Y, so that FB, what is the symbol right here? What does perpendicular mean? FB, FC. It's saying that this angle right here is 90 degrees. Well, didn't I just say if this angle is 90 degrees and this angle is 90, 90, 90, all four corners are 90. Do you see that? Okay. And then also this angle right here. Do you see how this corner right here? No, pay attention. Don't call me anything now yet. Has this blue angle and there's this green angle. Do you see how the blue angle plus the green angle is also 90 degrees? All right, so then what are you going to try to find? Well, I didn't tell you that you have to find the angles, but if you have to find the angle, which angle do we need to find?
D, D, F, E.
What else?
E, F.
Good. We can go backwards too. Okay, our next one is the setup. How are you going to set this up? How are you going to set it up to find it?
5x plus 6 plus 2x.
Good. So to find x, 2x plus 5x plus 6 equals 90, right? That's how you find x. How do you find y? Or y minus 2 equals 90. You got it. Yeah, that's how you do it. Okay, so I'm going to have you set that up. And that's as far as I can go. And then I'll come back and we'll go over the rest. Okay, so you do that. All right, so then let's go ahead and take a look at number 10. You already did this, correct? Yes? All right, so for the first one, you should have 7x equals 84, x equals 12. If x equals 12, angle DFE is 2x, so that's 24 degrees.
Yeah.
Okay, that's our angle. Then we need to solve for y. So to solve for y, 92, y equals 23. And this is 5 times 23 plus 6, or no, hold on a second, that's wrong. Okay, 92 divided by 4, correct?
I got
4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 3 is 12. So it's 23. That's okay. AFE, so AFE is going to be 5 times x and then plus 6. So that's 66 degrees. And then, oh, I forgot one more angle. Whoops. Angle CFB. Do you see this angle right here? I forgot that, so make sure you write that down. That angle is 4y, so 4 times 23 minus 2, 8, 92 minus 2, which is 90 degrees. And that would make sense because this should be 90 degrees. It's a right angle, correct? So that's a good check. This one here, remember the blue and green angle? 24 plus 66, does it equal 90 degrees? Because there should be a 90-degree angle. Yes, it does. It does equal 90, so that's how you check, okay? The other one that we went over was number 12. So I'm going to go over number 12 with you as well. So for number 12, find x and y, and then we're just going to plug in the numbers, right? We set this up, so then for this one, to solve for x, 12x equals 84. I feel like this is like just over and over again. X equals 7. Yeah, 7. So x equals 7, right? If x equals 7, 3 times 7 is 21. 21 plus 6, 27. That's a 27-degree angle, okay? Here, 9 times 7 is 63. And to check, does 27 plus 63 give me 90? Yes, it does. So I could just check right there, okay? Then for the y's, we set it up, so subtract the 6, it's 84. Y equals 28. Not 28 degrees, just 28. If y equals 28, this angle right here is 3 times 28 plus 6. 84 plus 6, does it equal 90? Yes, it does. Okay, so that is going to be 90 degrees, right? And that's it. All right, so then let's go over the next one. Do you want to go over number 11 or do you want to go over number 8? Which one do you want to go over?
number 8 because I didn't know.
Okay, so let's start off with given. Remember how I always tell you what's given? What's given here? What do you see here? What do you see that will potentially help you solve this? Yes, I see vertical angles and I know they're congruent. So which one a vertical angle? It's going to be this angle here and this angle here. You need to have 3 letters because E has 4 angles attached to E as a vertex, right? So what are the vertical angles? Tell me what are they? And?
Be easy.
Yeah. Okay. So that's the first one I do. First, I set them equal to each other. If I look over here, do you see how this is a y and this is a y? And guess what? That will work, correct? Because they're not the same. Like if they're x and y, then you're like, oh crap, then I can't do it. So an alternative to that is what's also given to you. What's another thing that's given to you?
Um,
Do you see the straight line right there? Do you see how this angle and this angle created together give you the straight line? You can also do 3x plus 2 blah, blah, blah plus 6 equals 180, right? But I don't want to do that because it's 3x plus 2y plus 6. 2 unknown variables. Do that. Okay, so you got to use strategy to figure out which one is the best way to do that, okay? So you got that. So the next is going to do find. What are you gonna try to find? And
What?
okay, now let's talk about the angles. What angles are we gonna find? Okay. BEC. What else? DEB. Yeah, angle DEB. And that's about it. Yeah, we have all, right? I do. So those are the three angles we're gonna do. So let's set it up. So how are you gonna set this up? Probably by the vertical angles, right? What equals what?
8y minus 2y plus 6.
Yeah, it's not gonna be plus 2y plus 6 equals 180, right? It's not gonna be that, right? Because that's a straight line. So you have to be careful with that. So then minus a 2, 6y, add 102 on both sides is 108 divided 18, right? Y equals 18, and that's great. So then we need to go ahead and plug it all in, right? Let's plug that in. Okay, plug in 18 into this angle right here. That's 8 times 18 minus 102. 2 times 18 plus 6. 36 plus 6 is going to give me a 42. That's BEC, right?
Yeah.
I could do the math here. Guess what? They're vertical angles. I know this is also going to be 42, right? It should be at least. And that's AED, right? So now what do we have left? You have DEB and what else? Nope, AEC. I don't care about AEC. AEC, this angle is equal to this angle. So once I find that angle, I know the two already, right? Do I have a letter that's still missing?
Yeah.
F, right?
Yeah.
I know this angle right here is equal to 42 degrees. Do you agree? You see that?
Yeah.
Now you're going to be using the straight line, right? And how you do this with this is you also know what's given is that straight angle, which is BED plus angles BEC makes a straight angle. Do you see that?
Yeah.
180 degrees. BED, so here's BED is 3x. Do you see that?
Yeah.
BEC, we just found it. It's 42, right? Equals 180 degrees. So solve for that. So that gives me 138 divided by that. X is going to be 46. Not degrees, because X is 46. If X is equal to 46, DEB, here's DEB. That's 3X, right? 3 times 18 is going to give you a 54. 54 degrees. That does not freaking look right at all. What the hell? No, I screwed up somewhere. Hold on a second. I'm not doing this right. Something happened. Because y should not be 18. 2 times 18 plus 6 is not going to give you 42. And I know that because this is obtuse. Right? So I screwed up here somewhere. So let's go back. 8y minus 102 equals 2y plus 6. Do you see where I screwed up? 102 plus
X is equal to the first decimal.
divided by 6. No, this is correct. It just doesn't freaking work. Why is it not working out? 3x plus 42. 180 minus 42 divided by 3 is 46. 2 times 46. Or, wait, hold on a second. Um, oh, I messed up here. Hold on. This is not right. This is 3x. So 3 times 46 is not 54. I put y instead. So 46 times 3 is actually 138. Even though it doesn't look like it, but you know, for diagram was totally not right. So DEB, this should be 138. So to check this, if I were to do the straight line, 138 plus 42, does it equal 180? Yes, it does. Okay. All right, I'm gonna pause it and have you go ahead and catch up and do it right. All right, last one is number 11, right? All right, so for number 11, so let's take a look to see what we are given. What do you notice there?
Um,
Oh, probably read here. KHJ, so highlight that angle. I will give you another pair of pants, okay, babe? I know, baby. What does complementary mean?
and it's 90.
Class angle KHJ equals 90 degrees. Yeah, because they're complementary, right? And it's also given to you that this is the pink angle. GHM is 5x plus 20 plus KHJ, which is 3x minus 10 equals 90, right? So then I want you to go ahead and solve for x, okay? And then after that, you just plug it in. I mean, like, so when you're finding this, what are you trying to find? You only have one letter, right? And those are the two angles. That's it. Okay, now solve and plug. So make sure you highlight. And that pretty much concludes everything that we just did.